James Wolfe has built a distinguished career with solo exhibitions in galleries internationally. His abstract sculptures line the James Wolfe Sculpture Trail in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, which features a permanent installation of 10 large-scale commissioned sculptures. As part of his training, Wolfe apprenticed with sculptors Isaac Witkin, Kenneth Noland, and Anthony Caro. Wolfe has received an award from the National Endowment for the Arts and currently lives and works in Northport and Harpswell, Maine.
I started out building scenery for summer stock, the Union Scene Shop, and Off-Broadway, and went to Bennington College at about age 25 to be technical director. While I was there, the sculpture assistant quit, and they needed someone to teach students how to use materials, and they hired me to be sculpture assistant. And that's really how I got started making sculpture. When you're doing scenery, you really have, a plan. You're given the specifications and you build it. What I liked about sculpture was the fact that it was brand new every time. You made it up as you went along. I've done drawings for sculpture, and I found that became just, an exercise. I was just sort of, building something that I knew exactly what it was going to look like, or sort of what it was going to look like. And so I stopped doing that and worked intuitively.
What do you start with, and how do you get to what you feel is a completed project?
Well, I start with, I might decide whether I'm going to work on something that's going to be on the wall or on the ground. And what I'll do is I'll just put some pieces together and see where I go from there. This piece isn't changed at all. Something like that I bent. Something like that is something I forged at one point. And that's a circle I found. These I found. I've used scrap steel, but most of the time I like to make it myself, and I do all the bending myself. Mm-hmm. I like the physicality of making sculpture. I like the whole three-dimensional aspect of it. And I like drawing in steel. Steel is very easy to draw with.
If you say so.
It is. Compared to working with wood, it's very easy.
True, yes.
Yeah. You can make a line, do almost anything you want.
A lot of your pieces are very colorful. How do you think about that? Do you think about the color as you're making the physical item?
No, I usually decide the color afterwards. Mm-hmm. And that's intuitive. Sometimes I make mistakes and put the wrong color on. It's a guess what it's going to look like, particularly if you're doing more than one color. I've changed color. I've gotten a color wrong and changed it. But I still try to make something that intrigues me, and that I'll look at it and decide when it's complete. Although I might work on a sculpture and make changes a year later. There's not a limit. Sometimes they happen very quickly, sometimes it's over a long period of time.